My girlfriend turned me into a morning person and made me realize I want to marry her someday. I'm 23, been with Maya for 8 months, never lived together before last month. Here's the thing, I've always been a hardcore night owl, like aiming until 3 a.m., ordering food at 2:30 a.m., sleeping past noon on weekends type of night owl. My college roommates used to joke that I was allergic to sunlight. I'd literally schedule my classes for after 2 p.m. if I could. Maya's the complete opposite. She's one of those psychopaths who wakes up at 6 a.m. even on Saturdays, goes for runs, makes elaborate breakfasts. Before we moved in together, she'd send me good morning texts at 7 a.m. and I wouldn't see them until 1 p.m. She thought it was funny. I thought it was torture. When she asked me to move in, I was excited, but also terrified. Not about commitment, about mornings. She worked 9-5, I worked 10-6. I figured I could still sleep in most days, avoid the whole morning person thing, maintain my nocturnal lifestyle. First week was a complete disaster. She'd be showered, dressed, making breakfast, while I was still half dead in bed. I'd stumble out around 11:30 a.m. to find the apartment spotless, dishes done, and a covered plate of food she'd left me in the microwave. Sometimes there'd be a note, little drawings of sleepy bears with "Good morning, zombie" written underneath, or "There's coffee in the pot, just reheat it." Heart doodles everywhere. I felt guilty, like I was this useless lump while she had her entire life together before I even opened my eyes. She never complained, but I knew I was being the worst roommate. Week 2, I tried setting alarms for 8 a.m., made it exactly 1 day before giving up. Went back to sleeping until noon, hating myself a little bit each time I woke up to another note. Week 3, something changed. I woke up at 9 a.m. on a Sunday, no alarm, which never happens. Heard music coming from the kitchen, some indie song I didn't recognize. Got up to pee and heard her singing along completely off key, but so into it. I walked out and found her dancing while making pancakes, wearing my old college hoodie that went down to her knees, her hair in this messy bun. She had flour on her face and was using the spatula as a microphone. She was so into it, she didn't notice me standing there in the doorway. I just watched. She'd flip a pancake, do a little spin move, taste test the batter with her finger, then go back to singing. The morning light was coming through the window behind her, and the whole apartment smelled like vanilla and coffee, steam rising from her mug on the counter. She finally turned around and jumped. "Oh my God, you scared me. You're up early." Big smile on her face like she'd just won something. I grabbed coffee and sat at the counter, just watching her cook. She kept singing, asking me about my week, telling me about this weird dream she had. I realized I'd never seen her like this, completely unfiltered, just existing in her element. Started happening every weekend after that. I'd wake up earlier each time, not on purpose, just naturally. 9 a.m. became 8:30 a.m., became 8 a.m. I'd lie in bed for a few minutes, just listening to her move around the apartment. The coffee maker gurgling, cabinet doors opening and closing, her terrible, beautiful singing, the way she'd hum between songs. By week 5, I was waking up before her alarm on weekdays. I'd start the coffee while she showered. We'd have 20 minutes together in the morning before work, her curled up on the couch with her mug, me sitting on the floor leaning against her legs, both of us barely awake, but together. She'd play with my hair while scrolling her phone. My coworkers noticed. "Dude, you're actually on time now. You seem different." I was different. I wasn't exhausted anymore. Wasn't dreading mornings. Actually looked forward to them. Went to bed earlier just so I could wake up with her. One Saturday morning, I woke up at 6:47 a.m. Not because of an alarm, not because of noise. My body just knew she'd be awake soon, and I didn't want to miss it. I walked out, and she was standing at the window in the living room, coffee in both hands. She'd made me one too, like she knew I'd be up. Just standing there, watching the sunrise, completely still. Her reflection in the glass. I came up behind her, and she handed me my mug without turning around. "You're up early," she said softly. We stood there in silence for maybe 5 minutes, just watching the sky change colors, orange to pink to that bright morning blue. Her hand found mine. That's when it hit me. I wasn't becoming a morning person. I was becoming someone who didn't want to miss a single morning with her. Someone who'd rather be tired and with her than well-rested and alone. Someone who wanted this exact moment every day for the rest of my life. I asked if she wanted to get married someday. She turned around, still holding her coffee, and smiled. Someday soon, hopefully. The sun was coming up behind her, and I swear I couldn't breathe. She kissed me and it tasted like coffee.